Hi, everyone. I'm Kyle Kramer, the CEO of the Earth and Spirit Center. I'm joined by my longtime troublemaker, Karen Newton, fellow troublemaker. Karen is the senior meditation instructor. Hey, Karen.
Hey, Kyle.
Good to be on Zoom with you again. And I'm excited to talk with you about your, what shall we say, newly retitled course, Mindfulness for Real Life. But before we dive into this course for beginning meditators, Karen, can you just say just a word or two about your own meditation background as a practitioner and as a teacher?
Certainly. First of all, thank you once again to you and to the Earth and Spirit Center. It's just such a pleasure and such an honor to be collegial with you and to welcome all these curious people, into our courses. So my background, growing up, I was raised in a faith tradition of prayer, but I didn't really understand contemplative practice as I understand it now. So my journey for finding some form of inner stability and inner calm started in my late 20s with trying meditation courses. And then I finally found a tradition some years later, which I now practice and teach, which is the insight or mindfulness, Vipassana tradition, which for me resonates because I don't practice and I don't teach that we can expect our thoughts and feelings to stop.
Right. That's
When
one
it
of the most
happen.
common misconceptions
Yes,
of the life of
sadly.
meditation, that you
Yeah,
can turn your
sadly.
mind off.
So in this beautiful practice, I have learned that I can change my relationship to my thoughts and feelings, and have become very curious in the last 10 years about the neurobiology. How does this happen? I'm very curious about that myself. So, because it's so motivating to keep my practice vital, because I understand to a tiny degree how mind body phenomena that we're tapping into with these ancient practices.
Yeah. Well, Karen, I'm likewise grateful for you and for all the great teaching you've done at the Earth and Spirit Center. You have connected so many people to the fundamentals of meditation practice and gotten them on a meditation journey. And that's what this course is about. Mindfulness for Real Life is taking folks who may have some casual interest in meditation, but maybe not much or any experience. And in 5 weeks, what can folks expect out of this experience? Or hope for.
Right. Well, and I also want to mention that many of the participants in the past had been people who've had a practice and then it fell away and they thought they had done
Uh,
something wrong,
right.
as opposed to that is a normal state of affairs, that people come and go. And I think it's particularly helpful for people to be reassured at this juncture that that is kind of normal. And the closer you stay with community, the more likely you are to also stay with a vital practice.
Yeah. Yeah. You can
So
learn
when,
meditation from an app, but it's hard to stick with meditation only from an app.
and there's neuroscience that would explain why that's true in
Yeah.
part. But, so what people can hope for and somewhat expect really is that they will have 5 weeks of courses, where that's 4 weeks of practice time, in which they will be integrated teachings about why do we do this, how do we do this, and then we will practice together. So some teaching, some discussion, some practice time, and there's a variety of forms of practice. So in a 5 week class sequence, people learn 11 or more forms of practice.
Well, I have taken this course myself in one of its earlier iterations, and so I personally can testify that it's immensely practical, immensely compassionate in the sense of not setting this impossible perfectionist standard about meditation, but really meeting folks where they are and recognizing, as you've done on this video, that meditation is not a performance art. It is just a way to be kind and compassionate to the jumble of thoughts that is the inside of our heads.
So that we can then have enough stability and wisdom, if you will, once the reactivity tones down, then we can be more outward facing and useful in the world. So there's
Exactly.
that beautiful connection then to what is the true purpose of meditation, which is then to be really engaged with life.
Yep. Amen. You've nailed it. So again, the name of this course, Mindfulness for Real Life. This begins either Tuesday, February 13th or Wednesday, the 14th, because we have an evening version of it beginning on the 13th or a morning 10 a.m. version on the 14th. Again, it's 5 weeks. Folks can learn more at a link accompanying this video or else at earthandspiritcenter.org. Karen, we are really looking forward to doing this again with you. And thank you so much. We'll see you in February.
Thank you. Yeah, February 14th.
All righty.